What is going on, everybody? 'Tis I, the enigma of the gun airwaves, Miyanovich, welcoming you to Season 3 of the Liberal Gun Owners Lens podcast, where unprecedented perspectives are packed into the cargo hold for the LGO Lens spaceship Voyagio.
That's fucking Italian.
Don't believe that evolution is possible with guns and public safety in America? It's already happening, y'all. Minds are evolving. Think guns versus public safety is the only game in town, do ya? Think culture war is the big boss, do ya? Then keep your ass in the past. Everyone else, all aboard! So we covered responsibility in the face of danger, responsibility in the face of danger. And I consider that, what's the responsibility for everybody? Man, woman, non-binary, all the peoples. But it's definitely a responsibility, I think, for men. When you see danger, big danger, you say something, you do something. A lot of people are not really reacting to the Trump administration's blitzkrieg of bullshit here with believing that it's really anything dangerous. I think he represents a lot of dangerous things, and I think you share some of those feelings. What level of danger? Like, you've been around for 55 years. How bad is this? And maybe you don't have the answers of what should we be doing, but do you think we should really be having an alarm right now?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm generally optimistic person, maybe a tragic optimist, but an optimist nonetheless. And so, Sandy much less optimistic going into the election, and sort of has been issuing dire warnings. And I'm like, no, don't get carried away. We have 250-year tradition of democracy, and et cetera, et cetera. And then, you start to see things rolling out from the start. As Steve Bannon said, at muzzle velocity by design, flooding the field. And then you see, like, it's not just bluster, which is, I think, easy to think of Trump as, he's just a blusterer. But actually, his bluster is being turned into actual policies. And so he signs an executive order doing A, and B happens instantly, right? And, he signs an executive order declaring that there are only two genders. And then all of a sudden, Park Service websites get trans identification erased. Scientific papers that talk about the risk of trans suicide get taken down from, government websites. And like, holy shit, this is literally, from the stroke of a pen to real things happening where people are being erased. First from the web, and then, you lose your personhood, and then you lose your protections of your civil and human rights. And that's some heavy shit. So, I definitely am coming more to feeling like there's some existential threat to, our government and our way of life as a nation. And so that's, I think, part of that anger and anxiety that I'm feeling is like, this is not some TV reality show clown who's going to bumble around the White House for 4 years. This guy is intent on, whether he's in control or whether he's just a puppet and wants attention, that there are people who seriously want to refigure the way America works. That's existential threat.
For sure it is.
Now, what to do about it? This is where I'm trying to figure out, like, given who I am, what I know, what my particular skill set is, what's the highest impact thing I can do, to make a difference. And that's where I haven't, come up with any answer yet. And, but it's something I think about every day. What can and should I be doing to try to counter this?
And this is another reason why it's good to have the Mang Dojo, because whatever it is that people want to do, whatever men want to do to make the better world, you can't be a mess yourself and do that. You can't take those things on your shoulders and have high blood pressure and your blood sugar's through the fucking roof and your cortisol's through the roof and your testosterone's in the toilet and you're angry all the time and you're not taking care of yourself and you're stress eating and you're yelling. Like, look at the difference between here's this responsibility I want to take on because these are unprecedented times, and then look at the condition of my vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so again, if we take the Trump thing out of it, cascading crises, hardware going in the other direction. This is nature, right? Nature is like, fuck you, I'm done with you. This is the beginning of fuck you, I'm done with you. Just going to start winding you down.
Mm-hmm.
But now we have an unprecedented danger. I think as much of a clown as Trump is, he's an unprecedented phenomenon. It's an unprecedented phenomenon. So
yeah.
If we're going to deal with that, or we're going to deal with other things, there are other big things going on in the world too, other than Trump. If we are dealing with the nexus between guns and public safety, and we really do have a once in a lifetime opportunity to do something special here. And I don't think anybody else can do it, because that's what liberals are on the planet to do. Innovate like this. That's also another fucking thing we could be doing. So there's like Trump, there's guns and fucking public safety. We're like in the position of having the most wisdom to be effective, but our shit's falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So I want to try to get people to start taking care of themselves, because this whole thing of like, I'm going to take care of everybody else and not pay attention to myself is not going to lead to a good place.
Right.
And it is not. It already is not. That's why the conversations are here for many reasons, but that's what they're here for. Like, if David wants to do X and Y, what's David doing to take care of David so he can? Because if you take on those things and you're fucking all over the place, you're just going to end up worn out, depressed, and quitting.